condition of the building based on your inspection on January 5th, 2010?
Well, I think that it's not in a state of repair or suitable for occupancy. It's neglected to the point that debris within the facility is a menace to public health and safety. It's subject to uninvited persons, as shown earlier. Subject to infestation of rodents and environment. Potential to spread disease, and general dilapidated to an extent to be in a dangerous part of life.
At this point, we would like to call Deputy Chief Bragg from the Gulfport Fire Department. Can you please state your name and position with the city?
It's Billy Bragg, Deputy Fire Chief of the Gulfport Fire Department.
And Deputy Chief, how long have you been with the Gulfport Fire Department?
Approximately 30 years.
Were you able to see these photos just now?
Yes.
From where you sat? And in seeing these photos and with the experience that you have, do you see any potential issue with the building and your ability to perform your responsibilities with the city?
Oh yes, it's I would say it's a hazard to any firefighter that would attempt to go in and extinguish any of the fires that are in there. I wouldn't hesitate not to put any of my personnel on the roof due to the weakness of the structure on the roof, the holes, and the safety issues.
What about your ability to get fire up through different, to get water up through different floors of the building to fight a fire? Do you think you would be able to do that with the building in its current condition?
Not very effectively. The building does not have a working standpipe, does not have working smoke detectors, any kind of sprinkler system, and basically there is just so much debris on on each of the floors. It would be a hazard to try to play those up, and you wouldn't be very effective trying to do it that way.
Can you elaborate and explain a little bit more about what a standpipe is and what it does in this type of situation?
Yeah, basically what a standpipe is, it's a big pipe that runs from the ground floor to the top floor with outlets on each floor. So you do not take hose and run it from the bottom floor all the way up to the top. What you can do is carry it with you to the floor that you're going to, hook it to the standpipe, and they will fill the standpipe with water so you'll be able to fight the fire.
So to your knowledge, this building in its condition wouldn't have that type of setup in place?
Probably one time it did, but as my knowledge, it does not have a working standpipe system now.
If for some reason a fire did develop in this building, understanding that you may have concerns about your safety in entering, what type of problem could that pose to the surrounding property owners or other buildings within close proximity to this building if a fire were to start in this building?
Well, the first thing you would think it would be collapse. And basically we'll take and evacuate around an area as tall as the building is, except the building is 100 feet. We would evacuate 100 feet around the building. Also, you would have the danger of embers flying across the city, whichever the wind may be blowing at that day. And consider that the embers would take and possibly start fire in some of those buildings downtown on the roofs.
Ms. Bragg, we'd also like to call the Police Chief Weatherford. Thank you, Deputy Chief. Could you please state your name and current position for the record?
Alan Weatherford, Chief of Police Gulfport.
And Chief Weatherford, how long have you been with the Gulfport Police Department?
Since 1987.
And during that time, have you had any experience in dealing with this building?
Yes, we have.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Since 2006, started having problems with vagrants in the downtown area. The Markham Building has
recall, was the source of many of those problems. At that time, the vagrants was in the building with our calls for trespassing complaints. We sent a letter to the property owner in 2006. One of the district captains sent that letter, November 16, 2006.
Would you mind sharing with us what that letter entailed?
This letter is a result of a recent check of our downtown properties, which revealed the unsafe condition and accessibility of the Markham Building. I'm requesting that you secure the property. We have a problem with transients in the downtown area using these vacant and damaged buildings for housing. You may not be aware that we have been experiencing fires in some of these vacant and damaged buildings. Any assistance you can give us in this manner would be greatly appreciated. If you need further assistance, you may contact me at 868-2065, and that was under the signature of Captain Carl Gangin.
And was this the only instance that you've had with this building?
No, it continued to be a problem. In 2007, there was a lady who was traveling in the area of 14th Street, 23rd Avenue, and something hit the top of her vehicle. The report was completed, and I think there's photographs showing that the item that was thrown from the roof, and the lady did see some unknown persons on top of the roof, which time she called us. That has changed quite a bit. At one point they had that wiring there, and you can see where they were trespassing and going through and entering the building.
What type of items were thrown off the roof of the building?
Some type of plastic styrofoam, and also a can of some type of liquid was thrown from the rooftop.
Another photo of that same can?
Yes. That's part of the styrofoam. Well, that particular night, that's part of the styrofoam. Also, the problem with that is we did make several arrests, not on this particular incident. Two 15-year-olds were in that building, and they had admitted to spraying graffiti in that building. When you take two 15-year-olds to the top of that building, and then you have special police officers to go into that building, that takes several hours to search that building. The furthest I've been in that building is the 34th floor. What it doesn't show you is the odor and stench along in that building. If you could can it up right now and disperse it this spring, you'd probably clear some people out.
One moment. Please let the record reflect that we are entering into the record the photos that Chief Weatherford just described. As Exhibit D. Chief Weatherford, do you have any concern about your officers entering this building after seeing injuries today?
After I've been in the building, at that point, I have concerns with them in the building, especially, like I said, when you're talking about the unsafe conditions in that building. You cannot search that building with just several people. It takes some manpower to search that building, and you can't. My concern is, you have, for example, the 15-year-olds that are in that building. You cannot leave them in there. Certainly, we need to do something, but at the same time, the safety of the officers are a great deal of concern.